If you want your face to appear more feminine and soft, you might think you need a full coverage foundation, a heavy contour routine, and a dramatic eyeshadow. But those things can sometimes actually do the opposite. Hey baddie, it's me Felix and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm showing you 5 natural makeup mistakes that can make your face appear more masculine and exactly how to fix them without covering your entire face in makeup. We're going to create waterproof coverage exactly where you need it and use blush placement to soften the structure of the face and create a very natural eye makeup that also makes a huge difference. This is me before and this is the final result. Let's get into the first mistake. Your first mistake is covering everything with a full coverage foundation. With this first mistake, you're adding so much product onto your skin, but you're still not getting rid of any kind of discoloration, especially a 5 o'clock shadow. So instead of doing this, you want to color correct. So grab a blush shade that's bright orange. This is from the Makeup Forever palette. All the products are listed down below in the description. And you want to target the areas where you have any kind of discoloration. And if you apply a thin layer of Inglot Duraline, you only need a drop and clean powder puff. And with a really light pressure, you want to go over those areas. This will make the color corrector smudge proof and waterproof and extremely long lasting. So you won't need to add a lot of products later on. But give it some time to dry down. The goal isn't to add coverage everywhere, it's about strategically color correcting so we won't have to use a lot of foundation on top. Using a matte full coverage foundation will not make your face appear more feminine. Instead, it will do the opposite. It will emphasize the texture and you will look like you're wearing a lot of makeup, which for everyday wear, for natural glam in broad daylight, is definitely not the goal. Instead, you want to reach for something that's really lightweight on your skin. This is the Makeup Forever Hydro Glow Skin. Apply it in the center of your face, a thin layer. Focus the most coverage over the color corrected area and in the center of your face. This is extremely lightweight. It won't smudge, it won't budge, but it's gonna look so natural and it has this amazing glow to it. So it's more like a skin tint slash a really natural looking foundation. It will provide with just enough coverage to cover everything, but your skin is gonna look and feel so healthy and glowy and just extremely lightweight, like you're wearing nothing on your face. Heavy foundation tends to emphasize texture and flatten the whole face, but a lightweight luminous foundation allows the skin to look soft and more naturally feminine. Sculpting with contour instead of using blush can actually make your face appear more rough and more masculine, especially if you're reaching for those gray or cool undertoned shades. It can make your cheekbones appear and your jawline more angular, which is not usually a feminine trait. So if you're reaching for a lot of contours, instead, your fix is actually easier than you think. You wanna use less contour or none at all and reach for blushes, but blush placement is important. To feminize your face, you wanna apply the blush on the highest points of your face. And if you have similar complexion than me, reach for more terracotta slash pink, brighter shades. And with using blush, you're visually adding volume. So wherever you're lacking that, you wanna apply that on those areas. So usually that's the cheekbone and the temples. And with this placement, everything will look more in harmony and especially more feminine. An extra tip is to use the same blush over your chin area so you get rid of that discoloration even more. You can use a darker shade of blush and apply it as contour, but without appearing more masculine. Contour creates shadow and angles. Blush creates softness, adds fullness. That's why for this look, for a natural result, adding blush and reaching for blush is crucial. Adding concealer and powder everywhere, especially a thick formula, will not look natural at all. That's the first mistake. And then using a lot of loose powder will result in a very unnatural appearance, and too much powder will only emphasize all the fine lines and wrinkle under your eyes. So instead, you want to grab more lightweight formula of concealer and apply a minimal amount only where you truly need it. And when you're gonna blend that out, set the concealer in place with a pressed powder. This has way more of a natural finish, but you also want to set strategically. So on your T-zone, if you get oily right here, I get oily in between my brows, and then right around my nose area and under my eyes. But that's it. You don't need more powder because a natural feminine base doesn't always have to look flawless. You really want to set everything in place only on the areas where the makeup moves because of your natural oils. But everything else has to feel like it's in movement with your face, and it has to help with the dimension, because if we're at more coverage, we're gonna get rid of that natural dimension and we are gonna look less feminine and less soft. This is how your skin could look like with this technique. So natural. We have the coverage, we have the shape, but it also feels so lightweight on your skin. Thank me later, girl. Your fifth mistake is making the eyes too intense and too dark, and in general just too complicated. Believing that an intense eye look will make you appear more feminine is actually a really, usually very false narrative and a false belief, because it actually can do the opposite. It can make you appear less feminine and just more masculine depending on your eye shape and facial shape, but usually that's a very common mistake. So I recommend you sweep the same blush shade or a bronzer shade across your whole eyelid. Then under your lash line, adding some shimmer. And a darker shade of the same blush if you wish, to get more dimension on the outer corners. Repeating the cheek color, the blush color on the eyes makes everything look harmonious because nothing is fighting for attention. You don't have this dramatic eye. Everything is in harmony, so that's why your eyes also look lifted and soft. You can finish everything with a mascara and a false lash. If this video was helpful in any kind of way, make sure to give it a like and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and click that notification bell so you won't miss out on another helpful upload. And until next time, don't forget, girl, that you are the baddest baddie, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.